Why don't we go next to, oh, I don't know. How about Rick from Ocean, what is this? Ocean Island? Ocean Isle Beach. Rick, welcome.
Hey, Ocean Isle Beach is where
Ocean
I'm
Island
from.
Beach. Okay, great. Well, welcome.
And I talked to a lot of people. This is a ruby red Brunswick County district. I think we voted about 33% for Biden in the last election.
Okay, very red area.
So I like to talk to people, but politics is difficult to talk about here.
Yeah.
And, when I talk to some of my progressive friends, they all frequently comment that the borders are a real issue.
Okay.
Okay.
And when they
Um,
say it's an issue, what is the issue?
well, that's and that's what my retort to them is: why would what's happening to you? And they don't have a response. And
Interesting.
it's the same response I don't get from mega people,
Hmm.
right? And I wonder, from your standpoint, is the border a crisis? I mean,
Here's my view on the border. Okay, so listen. Uh, we have laws. The laws should be followed. Okay, so we have a process for coming to the United States. There's visa lottery. There's different types of visas. There is the possibility of marrying someone in the United States. You can request asylum at the border. And when you do, your presence in the country is no longer illegal. Okay, there's all these different things. We also have very dire economic circumstances in a lot of different places, which lead people to come over undocumented. And to the extent that they are, they're eligible for deportation. There's no way in which I, as someone on the left, can say, oh, we should just ignore that and deportation should be canceled forever because it's just mean or whatever, right? I mean, like, listen, countries have borders, they have laws, they're allowed to enforce them. Now, let's take it a step further. When it comes to the impact of immigrants, documented and undocumented in the United States, it is overwhelmingly positive. So I can both recognize that, listen, ICE can deport people, right? I mean, that's the law. At the same time, documented and undocumented immigrants are hugely economically stimulative in the United States. They become members of our community. The idea that they are criminals is not borne out by the facts. Both legal and illegal immigrants commit crime at lower rates than natural born citizens. And it seems obvious that they would, because if you know you're undocumented or you know that this is your not birth country, but one that has adopted you, it would make sense that you would be more cautious about criminality because you don't want trouble, right? So all of these different things to me signal to the problem really is we have laws that aren't being enforced when it comes to the corporations that hire undocumented immigrants. We probably, now this is where it gets interesting. If you believe that the United States should grow economically, and you recognize that the way countries grow is by having more people to both work and buy stuff, the birth rate in the United States continues to decline. And soon, by the end of this century, our population will be declining. Now, for environmental reasons, you might say that's a good thing. But if you want salaries to keep growing, standard of living to keep growing, economic growth to continue, we're going to have the opposite problem. We're not going to have enough people because once the population starts to decline and the average age is older, where is the money that is necessary to both grow the economy and support older folks going to come from? So there are increasingly academic papers that are saying, Rick, the US needs to triple legal immigration into the country ASAP if they want to deal with the forthcoming population and economic decline. So I'm not saying I necessarily buy into this forever growth thing. Like at a certain point, we hit a limit. But these people who claim we're in crisis, I think there's a stronger argument that the crisis is the population will start to decline. We won't have enough workers and it'll hurt the economy.
I'm 100% in agreement with you. You
Really?
know, we're stronger when we welcome people. We're even stronger when we welcome people in need, because
Right.
as a Christian country, that's what we're called to do.
Mm.
And then we're even strongest when we value people.
Now, what do you mean we're a Christian country?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of Christians in our country.
Okay. But you're not saying that officially in any kind of way that ties into civil government we're Christian.
Agreed.
Okay. Got it.
Let's keep state and church separate. Okay.
Got
I'm
it.
a Christian. I believe, I pray, all those good things for myself. Okay. And I think that's, it's a good thing to follow. Religion is man's attempt to understand what he can't possibly understand.
All right.
So-
But it sounds like you're clear that it shouldn't have any role in civil government, and I'm with you.
Absolutely. But, you hear people and they're, they preach the Christian mantra and then they want to shut down the border.
Right.
That drives me crazy. Right.
It doesn't seem economically like the right thing. It doesn't seem morally like the right thing. If you're a supposed Christian, it doesn't sound like it follows the doctrine either. I mean, you're making a lot of good points here.
One last question, and this drives me crazy too. They always associate immigration with fentanyl.
Oh yeah.
Any correlation there? Is this just their way to?
It is not untrue that there have been fentanyl-laced drugs that have come across the border, but that's not about immigration. That's about drug smuggling, and a big part of that is the drug war and the circumstances it has created. So, yeah, I mean, I don't want people accidentally dying from fentanyl, but the problem is you're not going to solve it by stopping immigration.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right, Rick, thank you so much for the call.
Thank you.
All right, there is Rick from Ocean Island Beach. We will go to a break. I'm so sorry if I wasn't able to get to you, but we will try it again next week.